Hey everyone, and welcome to another algorithm video to soothe those algorithm feelings.
But if you're not feeling like watching two people sit on a desk today, you could check out our sitcom, German Traveling in America. It's linked right here.
Hey Josie, how much do you know about Europe?
Oh, lots of things.
How much do you know about history?
Absolutely nothing.
Well, then that evens out because today we're going to be taking a quiz on European history on our third episode of Everjo Goes on a Cruise. Everjo.
We made it to Mexico.
Yeah, Everjo is on a cruise, and we're gonna play lots of games. And if you wanna, like in the background, there's like floating algae, and there's a bunch of birds on it. Join us on our cruise. Watch Josie give me a bruise, 'cause Everjo's on a cruise.
I'm Josie the German.
And I'm Everett the American, Esquire, and together we're Everjo!
Before the quiz, let's check in with Everett and Josie on the cruise ship. But if you want to skip to the quiz, you can totally click on the time code in the description.
Our third day on the cruise, we were still out at sea, but Josie decided to give me a tiny bit of a challenge.
I challenged Everett to speak German the whole morning.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 und 14.
Can Everett order an omelette in German?
Ich möchte ein Omelette mit alles.
I think that's how Everett orders his Döner.
Dankeschön.
Everett, was möchtest du trinken?
Ich möchte diese Orangensaft mit
Maracuja?
Maracuja und Guava.
Okay. Und einen Kaffee?
Ja, ein Kaffee bitte. Milch und Zucker.
Aber entkoffiniert, ja?
Entkoffeemilch? Was ist das?
Entkoffiniert
Nicht. Mit Koffein. Und scharf.
und scharf.
Kaffee mit alles. Piep, piep, piep. Guten Appetit.
Wir haben uns alle lieb.
Ja.
Hast du genug zu essen?
Ja, ich möchte essen jetzt.
Hast du genug zu essen?
Ja, ich bin genug.
Die Straws sind aus Zucker, Piña Colada, Kokosnüsse, Schnee.
This boat had everything. It has water slides, it has an air bike, it has a mini golf course, and it even has billiards.
It also had a kicker table.
Kicker table.
You call it foosball. They had a rope adventure course on top of a boat.
And then we saw a guy do an ice sculpture.
In the middle of the sun.
I mean, I thought we were on a boat, not the sun.
Like the sunlight, Everett.
And then I found
You found, I found,
the karaoke.
but I found it.
99 Kriegsminister, Streichholz und Benzinkanister.
Everyone's a superhero. Everyone's a Captain Kirk.
And then we ended our third day by seeing a Broadway show.
Well, off Broadway. Really, really off Broadway.
Well, yeah, because it's on a boat. That's really far away from Broadway.
Thanks for explaining the joke.
Days of inspiration, playing hooky, making something out of nothing. The need to express, to communicate.
Finally, let's get straight into the quiz and see who sucks worse at European history. Take it away, Everett and Josie.
Prost. Today, we are going to take a quiz.
We are going to finally settle the score of who knows European history better, the American or the German.
My money's on the German.
History was always my absolute worst subject in school, so you might actually have a shot here.
But I didn't live in Europe.
I could do Texas history and U.S. history pretty darn good.
What? Texas is like 2 years old. This is like European history trivia questions. Who is gonna not be a millionaire between the two of us?
And who will have the most bruises on their face afterwards?
That's Question number 1. In what year did William the Conqueror invade England?
That's so easy.
1055, B, 1002, C, 1060, or D, 1066?
Well, I can tell you it was in the 11th century.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, I'm very confident that it was.
Yeah. It was the year 10. What did you pick? Oh my god!
I picked it right.
I got it wrong. Actually, I was going to pick 1055.
I thought about 1055, but then I was like, 1066.
Dang. All right, 1
Okay.
for Josie, 0 for me.
Yes!
Okay, question number 2. Prince Philip, the husband of Queen Elizabeth, had which title at birth?
Oh, easy.
A. Prince Philip of Greece. B. Prince von Battenberg. C. Prince von Hohenstaufen. Or D. Prince von Metternich.
Okay, this it's either easy or it's like a little bit of a trick question, but I mean, we watched The Crown.
Yeah, we did, but I don't remember anything of that.
I picked Battenberg.
Battenberg?
That's his name!
I picked Prince Philip of Greece. Woohoo!
Shit! His
I
name is
got one.
Battenberg!
Is it?
Yes!
Philip Battenberg?
His last name is Battenberg.
Trick question. They tricked you good.
They
But
knew I watched The Crown, and then they were like, she watches The Crown, let's trick her.
Well, then you weren't paying attention because I definitely remember that he was like some military person of Greece.
He's half Greece, half German, and it's such a big deal that she marries him right after World War II.
Apparently, Prince Philip is the oldest spouse ever of a reigning British monarch.
Well, you know, not anymore, because he's dead.
Oh, right.
Question number 3. The British House of Commons. This is a very British quiz.
Are we sure this is European history?
I feel a little cheated. The British House of Commons was established by which 1258 document? A. Provisions of Oxford. B. Magna Carta. C. Act of Settlement. Or D. Bill of Rights.
Bill of Rights. The only document I know from ancient England is the Magna Carta, but I'm pretty sure that's wrong.
I picked Oxford, and that is correct.
Provisions of Oxford.
I
Gosh
just didn't
darn
feel
it.
Magna Carta was the right thing.
Right, Magna Carta was a document about expanding territories. It's an imperialistic document. Okay, number 4. Who became British Prime Minister in 1970? Harold Macmillan. B. Harold Wilson. C. Margaret Thatcher. Or D. Edward Heath. I have a feeling it's got to be one of the Harolds because there's Harold twice in there.
I did watch The Crown, and the only real name that's familiar to me.
I feel like Margaret Thatcher was in the 90s.
But in The Crown, season 3 and 4, and The Crown is not in the 90s yet.
I'm picking one of the Harolds. I'm going to pick the one that doesn't sound like a president because Harold Wilson sounds like a president. So I'm going to go with Harold Macmillan.
How somebody named Macmillan could ever be prime minister?
If only McDonald could be a president.
And who is it?
It's Edward Heath.
I mean, come
We
on.
both got it wrong.
That's a stupid question.
So that's still 2 for Josie and 1 for Everett.
Josie's in the lead.
Josie's in the lead.
Number 5. Which of these countries is not a member of the European Union? Finally, we made it to Europe. A. Greece. B. Finland. C. Ireland. Or D. Norway.
Whoa. I literally thought all of them were. All right.
That's a good trick question, isn't it?
Yeah. I think I'm going to pick the trick answer.
I know what you're thinking.
Are you copying me now?
No.
I went with Ireland because I figured, I mean, it should be wrong, but since it's not part of the UK, I was like, maybe they also didn't get part of the EU, although that was the big deal about Brexit.
Yeah, that was the
So
big
it
deal
just
about
doesn't make
Brexit.
sense.
So that was the trick question. I was torn between Finland and Norway, and I picked Finland, and I should have picked Norway because it is Norway that is not in it. Norway doesn't even have the euro. Finland does have the euro. Norway still has the Norwegian crown.
No way. 6. Pope John Paul II, born in Poland, was known by which original name? Karol Wojtyla, Julius Poniatowski, Zygmunt Freytag, or Jerzy Kostakowski. Oh man, like your guess is as good as mine.
All these names sound Polish to me.
I like Julius, it's a great name.
I picked Karol Wojciech.
You got it right?
I got it right.
See, I'm such an American because Carol's a girl's name.
3-1. Yes,
Going for
guys.
Josie.
Germany is ruling. 7. When Lady Jane Grey, who claimed the throne of England,
England again.
was executed for treason on February 12th, 1554, how long had she ruled? A. 1 year and 1 day. B. 9 days. C. 1 month and 2 days. Or D. Just 1 day.
Holy moly.
I know nothing of Lady Jane Grey. She wasn't in The Crown or in Outlander, and that's the only 2 things I know about England.
She wasn't in Mary Poppins.
I'm just gonna guess.
I know, me too. The weirdest one for me was 1 month and 2 days.
I picked 9 days, and it is in fact 9 days. Woohoo! 4-1, guys.
She's winning off of luck,
Nuh-uh.
folks.
I knew this.
Yeah.
Lady Jane Grey, I felt
See,
that.
this is how the Europeans work. Acht. In exile, where did Napoleon Bonaparte die on May 5th, 1821?
Obviously, I know all about that because
Right.
I'm named Josephine, like Napoleon's first wife.
A. Paris. B. Sardinia. Do you like sardines?
No, but it's a really nice island,
But do they get sardines? St. Helena. Isn't that in America?
like a volcano.
St. Helen,
Yeah,
not Helena.
yeah.
Corsica. It seems obvious that it would be in Paris. Maybe that's too obvious. Apparently not Paris.
Well, he's in exile. He can't be exiled in Paris.
I picked Corsica because if I was exiled, I'd like to be exiled in Corsica.
I also picked Corsica, but it is in fact St. Helena.
Our volcano.
I knew it was an island in the Mediterranean.
Is Corsica an island in the Mediterranean?
Yes.
So I was close.
Yeah, well, so is Sardinia.
Yeah, but I just don't think the French like sardines as much as, some people do.
Number 9. Who was Queen Elizabeth I's mother? A. Catherine of Aragon.
Aragon.
B. Princess Charlotte of Mecklenburg. C. Jane Seymour. And D. Anne Boleyn.
Boleyn.
Boleyn. Queen Elizabeth II is who we have right now. And I think her mother is Anne Boleyn. So that's the trick in this question.
Oh.
And Queen Elizabeth I is quite a while ago.
Okay, well, thank you for eliminating that one. I wasn't going to pick it anyway. Aragon's a cool name.
I picked B. Princess Charlotte of Mecklenburg.
And in fact, it's Anne Boleyn. Boleyn. 10. Why did Italian astronomer Galileo Galilei travel to Rome on February 13th, 1633? For his trial before the Inquisition, to be knighted, to meet with the Pope, to demonstrate a telescope.
Maybe he was meeting with the Pope to demonstrate his telescope, and if it worked, he was going to be knighted. But if it didn't work, he was going to have a trial before the Inquisition. I mean, I figured it's something bad, but I was trying to be positive, so I said he is showing off his telescope. He's like, guys, this one's cool.
I knew 100% it was for the trial of his Inquisition. It's like the most famous thing that happened to Galileo.
Man, but I was just hoping he was
Sweet.
also showing them his telescope.
It's 3-2. I'm catching up, guys.
What? I have 4. 11. Oh, this is a question for me. When was the Communist Republic of East Germany formed?
Oh, man.
I should know this. Let's see if I do.
Apparently, October 7th.
It was October 7th. I can tell you that one.
Definitely for sure.
A. October 7th, 1947. B. October 7th, 1949. C. October 7th, 1948. D. October 7th, 1946.
They could have literally done this in chronological order.
But this is like basically just asking like how long after World War II?
Yeah. Dang it.
It's 1949.
Yeah, and I picked 1948. I thought,
So
man,
close.
they're not going to wait 4 years.
It took him 4 years.
All right, let's do number 12. Scottish hero Robert the Bruce
Nice name.
defeated the English at which battle?
Oh gosh.
A. Bannockburn. B. Stirling Bridge. C. Hastings. Or D. Agincourt. I picked Stirling because that was one of the battles in Braveheart.
Mel Gibson is not Robert the Bruce.
William Wallace. was-
Oh, you're right. That is his name.
Ah,
I
my
wanted to
gosh.
pick Bannock because Bannock's is like a bread,
Oh no, there's 3 questions left. I would have to get all of these right
and I would have to get all of them wrong.
for me to tie.
Number 13. Which son of Pope Alexander VI was the model for Machiavelli's book, Prince?
Oh, not Little Prince. I was thinking Little Prince.
Like the Little Prince? with
Yeah, the Little Prince.
Wait, he goes to the moon?
No, where he lives on a little tiny planet with a rose or something like this, a flower.
Where he always draws a hat that's actually a snake that ate an
Right.
elephant.
A snake that ate an elephant.
A. Lodovico Sforza. B. Bartolomeo Colleoni. C. Cesare
Lombrogio.
D. Cesare Borgia.
See, look, there's two answers with a Cesar. So I'm thinking it's gotta be Cesar.
Spot on. Quiz taking.
Cesar Borgia! I picked the right one.
But so did I. I win! Yes! Yes! Early win! Early win!
That is the worst nanny boo-boo I've ever seen. During World War II, British, again, and Canadian troops liberated the Nazi concentration camp of Bergen-Belsen. Where was it located? The answer is either in Belgium, or Germany, or the Netherlands, or Poland.
You know, you would think that if it's a concentration camp, it should be in Germany.
Yeah, but they had, like, the most famous, Auschwitz was in Poland,
But
right?
then on the other hand, if it's in British troops.
The answer is UK.
Oh, damn it! Damn it! I knew the freaking stupid concentration camp was in Germany. I don't know. I just didn't want to pick Germany because I just felt like, why would they ask this question if it's in Germany?
If it makes you feel better, I thought Belgium as well.
Okay, last question. What happened to Maximilien de Robespierre, a leading figure of the French Revolution, on July 28th, 1794? He was shot to death by his own guards. He was deported to Corsica. He was sent to the guillotine, or he was made a senator.
Do French have senators? There's only one answer with a French word in there. Because, I mean, if you're in France, what else is there going to be?
He was 100% sent to the guillotine. Every French person gets sent to the guillotine.
So there you have it.
We would have both failed this class.
She's clearly the better European than this American. I hope you guys were betting because you probably won.
Let us know in the comments how you did in this quiz. Did you beat us? I bet you did. If you did worse than Everett,
You're probably an American. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss.
Thanks, Everett and Josie. Boy, that was entertaining. Thank you guys so much for watching our video. Please leave a like.
and subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you ring that bell so you get notified when we release another video.
And a special warm thanks to all of our Patreons. We love you so much. We have pictures of your children on our wall. Cheersy!